What is good, gamers? So in today's video we are revisiting Warzone Mobile on an iPhone XR. Let's start with the graphics. The graphics look so much better than they did. The rendering issues of buildings used to be like unbearable. It was so bad I couldn't even tell how, like, where I was in the building at points, especially in prison. That's now gone. The lighting and the graphics in general, like the definition of things, looks so much better. Like, they really deserve credit, because another thing aside from the graphics is the heat problem. That is gone. The phone doesn't get really hot now, and that's while recording as well. And before the update, whether I was recording or not, even if I wasn't actually playing the game, just sitting in the game menu, my phone would get really badly hot and drain the battery. Is there still some battery drain issue? I can't really call it an issue, because even when I used to play COD Mobile years ago, that would take a lot of your battery. Like, you would have to play plugged in, like, especially when you're screen recording. So I can't really call it an issue. I think that's just systematic to being on the phone and playing a game that's CPU intensive. It's going to require power from the battery. It's just like, I don't think you can really avoid that, so I'm not really going to call that an issue. Is there still some glitches? Yeah. I have enemies sometimes invisible. They'll just be gunning like half a head. Is it game breaking? No. Is it annoying? Can be. It kind of takes away from the experience if you've got like graphical glitches and just, you know, hopefully that gets resolved in later updates. I've got another annoying weird glitch where occasionally I can't run and I'll get stuck in like the walking animation, and no matter what I press on my screen, it will not go away. I've had it on other devices before the update. I had it on the iPhone XR, but I've also had it on the iPhone 12, so I know it's a bug in the game as opposed to a bug to that device. And you'll see at the end of the game when that happens, I have to walk for the last sort of like minute or two in this game. I do manage to clutch up the victory, so it didn't break the experience, but you know, that should not be happening. Hopefully we'll see that resolved. But overall, I am really impressed, and I do think Activision deserves some credit, because let's face it, I'm playing on an old device. It's a low-end device. It's not at the bottom on the iOS side. You've got an iPhone SE, then an iPhone 8 Plus, and then an iPhone X, and then the XR was released in that same year. So it's not at the very bottom, but you are playing on the minimum spec to actually run the game. So all in all, I've got it in medium settings, and I've got the settings put on 60 FPS. Do I think I'm getting the 60 FPS? Probably not all the time. But it is very smooth, and it's the frame drops are less frequent than they were, and the touch delay has improved as well, because it used to be really bad. Like, you were trying to press buttons like pull your shoe, or it was bad, and it seems a lot better. So I do want to give them credit. They get so much stick. And this wasn't an easy project, especially when there's so many different devices trying to play the game. So on the Android side, it was always going to be hard for them to optimize it for every single device. But on the iOS side, I was kind of like, well, there was only like 6 or 7 devices able to play the game. It was a bit bad that you've released a game in the state that it was, but that is gaming in this day and age. Even PC games and console games get released as buggy, broken messes. So I think the expectation of the mobile community was very high and very unforgiving. And I know that a lot of that's just for frustration that they couldn't actually play the game. So I do think Activision deserves a lot of credit, because to be playing a game like this on your phone, it's very CPU intensive. Even if I play on my PC, it's very CPU intensive. And Rebirth Island, oddly enough, obviously came to PC recently, and that is really unoptimized. So it's not just the mobile that has the issue. That's just the nature of gaming. Like, you can only test a game on test servers not under load. As soon as you put a game under load with a lot of players and a lot of different platforms and devices all playing something, that's when your bugs and problems will occur more than in a test environment. So I do think they've been given a lot of hate, and people just love to hate on things because, you know, that's just nature of humanity, I think. So I'm going to give Activision a lot of credit. The game feels so much better, so much more enjoyable. Yeah, there's a few glitches, but if they can iron them out, the game's going to be in a really good place. And I will also upload high graphics. I've not got high expectations for that, but I will do that. And I will also upload videos from the iPhone 12 and iPhone 13 when I do get time to do that. And obviously 720p is probably going to butcher the graphics a bit, so if I do get time I'll also upload 1080p, but then that will be me wirelessly sending it to my laptop to render, so then don't focus on the gameplay in the 1080p videos because I will have a lot of desync input lag. Anyway, I'm going to keep it short, and I hope you're enjoying the game. Will I personally keep playing the game? Probably not, because I've got a semi-high KD and all I go against is controller players. Me personally, why am I going to play mobile on a tiny little screen against control players when I may as well just go on a laptop and play the full PC version? Aside from that, have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next upload. Peace.